Hello all, good morning. Welcome to HIW. Let's wait for 5 more minutes, guys. I'm so sorry for your delay actually, and we'll just start in 5 minutes, guys. Okay, thank you so much. Can you all hear us, guys? Can I get reply in the chat box, please? Guys, can you all hear? Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for your reply. Yes, sir.
So, Bhavya, can we start the session? हाँ Bhavya. Yeah. So, let's start the session. Guys, my voice is audible to all of you?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. Hi all. Good morning, everyone. And thanks for connecting to this session. So, my name is Madan Mohan. I'm the CEO of HIW, Hyderabad Institute of Electrical Engineers. So, let me give you brief introduction about HIW and about the speaker today. HIW is a 10 years old training organization. We are here to empower electrical engineers, and we are bridging the gap between academic and industrial requirement. So, coming to the speaker, hi, Mr. Ramesh Ballagaru. Good morning. And let me introduce Mr. Ramesh Balla to the session. Ramesh Balla is currently working as a general manager for ServoCare by Servomax Limited. He has total 22 years of experience in exploding global sales and marketing and market performance in electronics, telecom, and FMCG with a strong dealer connection in Andhra Pradesh, Rayalaseema, Telangana region. So I hope you will, Ramesh Balla will make the session great. You will learn many things in terms of employability skills for electrical engineers, not only electrical engineers, for all this. This is common to all. So, Ramesh Garu, you can start your session. Thank you.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. Good morning, all. Welcome to this session of employer skills for employability, which is a very broader subject, though. We'll try to see how best we can touch your minds and thoughts. And it's a very hot, sunny day today, actually, being a Sunday, winter Sunday. So now, namaskar, guys, to be namaskar and very swagat to this session. The first slide which I'm talking about is a career line which happens to be for everybody, including me and others also. And starters, you need to understand, there's almost the 25 years of career line, be it a businessman or entrepreneur or a self-employed or even a job seeker. Everybody, and strong, energetic work line will be around 25 to 30 years. So that is what I try to see where, you are all engineers. So after getting a qualification of degree certificate of Bachelor of Engineering or Tech Technology, whichever degree you format you take it, you'll be designated as an engineer. Even after 50 years of your age, you'll be called as an engineer. But there is a difference between the person to person and professional to professional. Being engineer, what set of engineer and what skill set of engineer is into. Because initially, whatever you would have taken up, learned during your graduation, along with your studies, and after that you start up your career, then you have to, there is a skill set which you individually need to develop. So we try to see today what best we can see how we best you can get into this starting in your career. So moving forward, I would like to Ongar, is it a control is it with you or
It's with you only, sir. Nobody's controlling your screen.
is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So today's subject skill for employability. I would want to understand. Can anyone interact, Madanjaro, or it will be one-sided discussion?
You can make it like mostly it would be one side, but if you ask any questions,
Sure.
people will
Sure.
can
They can
Okay.
speak, sir. They can unmute themselves and they can speak. You can ask the questions. No
Definitely.
problem.
So I would like to ask one simple question. What do you want the most in life? What do you guys want to be in the most best thing in your life? What do you want? What is your thought? What do you want in your life? Being an engineer.
Well balanced lifestyle.
Balanced lifestyle. Very good. Anybody else?
Better pay for our job.
Pardon?
Better pay for our jobs. Sir.
Better pay. Very
Yes.
good. Anyone else?
So what we love, we can do it.
Yeah.
Sir, what we love the job, that job we will be pursuing.
Super, super. Yeah. So I'll move forward. See, normally any human, if you what they want in life is, I think there are 4 or 5 areas which they want to cover, and mostly we talk about money. Somebody said we want a better package to be in being an engineer. Then also these days health is very the most thing what is health. Now to focus on health. So is one thing which people want to have it. Then of course when you work, what you want to work and where you want to work, exactly what happiness in life you want it. And the one is a name, fame across. So you want to become a famous in your society, in your community, in your family, and to get a better name and he's a great engineer, whatever. So, and the apart from thing which is the most is the peace of mind. Somebody said like I want to satisfy myself what I'm doing. So anybody is there who doesn't want all of them? I'm just trying to say, if anybody is there who doesn't want any all of them, I want all 5 of them. You all agree? Everybody wants all 5 of it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
But do you think it is possible to get all 5 of them at one time and one shot and one click?
Mostly no, sir.
Mostly no, sir.
Mostly
sir.
no. But
Without
but you can try. But you can try. But we can try towards working on it. How to get my money, how to get happiness in life along with my work, how to be healthy, how to be famous, how to be a great engineer in my career, in my life, and at the same time to get a peace of mind. But for that, we need a lot of efforts in our life too. So, sir has introduced me for 20 years, 21 years, 22 years of experience, whatever. So whatever knowledge I would have gained through my experience, through my skill set, through my abilities, through my capabilities, keep developing on that. It makes you more happy, more you will become more richer, both financially and even for richer in kinds of knowledge, or in terms of knowledge, and peace of mind. The more you are having higher skill set and higher abilities to do, you will be more having. You can do anything in life. There you'll be healthy. The mindset is healthy, everything is healthy. So now you can have everything in part of your life. So I will just try to say a few things before going to the skill set and abilities and all. I'll just try to say a few part, one more slide on the life cycle. Okay, where you need to understand is your childhood part is of life is around almost 25 to 28% of life goes in your childhood and education. I said education, not the knowledge or skill set. Now learning cycle is till your death, till you end your life. Okay. I'm saying only up to education. That will be around first 20 years of your life you spend on your education, on your bookish knowledges and going to school, college, वगैरह वगैरह and all. Okay, there are people who after 20 also they do a lot of PhDs and even for a doctor, up to 25, 27 years they keep studying about the medical medicine and all. Especially for engineers, it's maximum to 20 to 24 years where you can do it. Of course, if you want to do MTech and PhD and beyond that, it's life goes on. There is no end to that. But actual life of school education is almost first 25% of your life goes into that. And the last 25% of your life goes into your retirement age where you'll have your sons, grandsons, and life sitting relaxed at one corner and focusing more on your health status. So that is at another 25% of life. The rest of the life you spend, that is a major component of your life you spend is actively in your career, in your family. You will become earner, you will become a member, top member of the family. You will be the main person in the family. You'll learn a lot of things in your life in that. You'll get married, you'll have children, you'll have then this life goes on like that. So majority of the life we spend on your career and majority of the time also we all spend in our career line. In a 24 hours of day, people spend almost 15 hours. Nowadays they're spending 18 hours. Being working from home, they are spending 18 hours in their work. So they're sleeping for 6 hours maximum, and then after that the work starts. Your phone call starts, the con call starts, the video conferences starts, webinar starts. So work is like that. So majority of the life is there in your career. The first thing you should, all of you youngsters, please note it, that you spend your life, majority of your life in your career line. So you need to be more focused, more accuracy towards and focused in the sense what I have to do, where I have to go, what should I do being an engineer, what should people call me an engineer. Am I an average, below average, or above average? See, after graduation, certificate is only one part of the story. A person who scored 100 out of 100 would have already got a job or would get a better job is only a myth. Only certificate will not help you in your life. Doing graduation from a top institute is one of the dreams for everybody, not possible for all. IITs are very limited, have got very limited seats. There are top institutes, very limited seats. But every year, lakhs of people appear for technical college placements. Is it possible everybody to be in the top institute? Is it possible for everybody to score 100 out of 100? That is mere a talent or a knowledge which you borrow from the books and you write on the paper and appear in exam and you pass out. That's the limitation. I'm not saying that is one of the main source of your career start, but it is part of your career start. Whenever whoever want to give you a job initially, they will first see how much you scored about it. But again, what knowledge you got through that 4 years of education or 5 years of education technically you have gained through your whatever in college and your interest level, your knowledge level into depth into that is what people want to test you. Because from there you will start learning practically. That is what it is skill about. The more you will learn will be the practical knowledge. The books are all will be in the shelf. Of course, you need to refer those things. You need to refer those books and understand what is more than this. You need to get into deeper side of the knowledge, what in the field you're working. So every engineer, whoever it is, you need to understand career starts with a limitation of your certificate, and then the larger side is your the skills. It's very wrong perception people carry after graduation. I have seen students, guys, who come for an interview. I had interviewed personally many people in the last 3 4 months who are graduates, and they expect somebody said salary. Of course, salary is important, critical for us. Imagine you are a graduate, just passed out from an institute. Do you think you will get a higher salary just because you are from a good institute? Can somebody afford you to pay 30,000, 50,000, or 1 lakh salary per month, being you a raw material? Yes, there are certain organizations, corporates who do it, who takes certain talent students into them, and they see that they work for longer time in R&D and all this set of people globally. But again, there's a different set of altogether people which we need to handle. But majority of the people are into, suppose in the bracket of percentile of 90 to 60 percentile of passing marks. Let's say that bracket. You people, those set of people I'm talking about, need to develop a skill set. You have to project yourself. You have to show it to the people, saying that I can do this, learn this better than anybody else. So you are a raw material as of today. You are a sorted raw material. Okay, we'll move forward with that. That's where I'm coming to. Why should a corporate pick you as an engineer? I need one or two answers from audience. Why should a corporate pick you?
Due to government norms.
Government?
Government norms, sir.
No. Why should they employ you? I'm asking you why should anybody, any company should employ you, seeing you as an engineer graduate? What set of quality they want to see in you? Why should they come and Can I name somebody like I can see some names here, Vikram Reddy, Arvind Reddy, or somebody, whatever it is. Why should they should call you and take you into the company?
For innovative creations.
Because
Okay,
they
good.
want to accomplish their work through us, sir.
Okay,
Execute the technical work.
fine. That is their need. But how you will satisfy them? How do they know? Seeing your face, by seeing your marks, what is that which will be bringing a big difference between you and other set of engineers in the entire world? Suppose in AP Telangana itself, for example, there are lakhs of people every year appear for engineering test, and they've come out. They graduated, so 90% of it will come out as a graduated from that. Let's say the entire 90%. Let's say top five guys, four guys are recruited immediately because they see the score and they've gone. The balance I'm talking about 60 to 70, 90 percentile people who scored. Why should any company look into you? Because simply because you're a graduate, they will pick you
Sir,
if you're pass. Yeah.
sir, basically, what a company do, they just ask to the student what the company do, and if you have any basic knowledge of that, that makes a feel of a recruiter that that a student is interested in that company, so they can look forward to join.
Okay. So you're saying the student, if he is interested to join that company, they would take you, right?
Yes,
So,
sir.
okay, I'm just trying to put some questions in the air. Simply because you're engineer, you're ready to work, you're younger, you have energy, or simply you pass out from a reputed institute, and you're a graduate now, already expectations across your family, and you anxiety is there that you should your hunger for a job. Simply for all these reasons, simply they will take you into that. That is the one side of the story. Now the corporates doesn't want simply a graduate. There are many companies in the world, in limited in your own geography, wherever, whichever state you're from. There are so many industries, so many companies, technical, non-technical industries. So they want engineering graduates not for just by seeing their marks. They want the person whether he can be a asset to the company. I told you in the beginning itself, your marks is one set of judgment, only a partial part. They want to see your attitude. They want to see your capability to learn more. A lot of people think that I'm already graduate. What should I more learn? I know what to do. I had interviewed people, so I have seen them. They say that, sir, simply give me training for 1 month. I will learn and I will definitely be good for you. Life is so simple. I don't think so. And you'll also need to understand life is not as simple as like that. So they see an engineer, why everybody doesn't get an equal pay, salary, job? Remember those five things. I want money, I want happiness, I want health, I want my name, and I also the peace of mind. Why everybody doesn't get all five of them, or why that everybody doesn't get most of that in the career? A lot of people struggle to proceed in their career in the same field. This why it is because everybody has a different skill set. They're your thought process. Now I will quote one or two examples here. Like for example, you are electrical engineer. Let's say for the time being, I know other set of engineering students also there in the group. But suppose you're electrical. Now today, electrical engineer in a decade or about decade and a half or 2 decades back, 20 years back, let's say, there was a limitation for electrical engineer. So then they used to do electrical engineer, then they will go and work for certain corporate and they get specialized. And after that, they get matured in the same company and they work for years and years and years in the same company and they grow along with their company ladder, right from a floor engineer to the level of manager and chief manager and the factory in charge or plant in charge or the CTO, chief technical officer, whatever they rank it. And at the age of 50, 60, by the time you achieve a CTO, or chief technical officer for that company or plant. Now, today the world has changed. You can become a CTO, chief technical officer, after even 5 years. of your experience, after 10 years of your experience, career experience. The difference is here is you have options today within electrical engineer. Even I was going through HIE modules which they have for each particular but there is a model where they have designed for you people. There are so many things which is coming now. What is happening is I have quoted electrical engineer because even my dad is electrical engineer, so I have learned how he has life process his life through. You have so many options available today. Now, electrical is slowly becoming an electronic made or digitalized electrical today. Now, a bike starts with a button start, or a car starts with just with a push button. Earlier, the key was supposed to be given, and the vehicle, the car used to start with a certain sound, and then after that, the power gets generated, the battery gets charged, then it passes the ignition, and then finally it starts. Now, today, there's nothing like this. It's immediately press the button, it starts. As long as the battery is active, it handles the entire car. What has happened, what the change has happened is the chip system has come, more electronic part. Now the electrical guy who is already electrical engineer has now electrical electronics is combined courses are available. Now in that, again, there are subdivisions. Now the scope for your job has increased so much. Earlier it was electrical engineer means you would only see, people will see you as okay, he handles the electrical part, the wiring, the electricity, the bulb, the fan, or some XYZ. For the layman I'm talking about. But now the electrical engineer is way beyond the imagination. Way beyond imagination. So there are so many options. Now you're a graduate. Now you have to think what I should do. You should decide. You should have your base strong. I'm telling you again and again, not just marks. Marks is only one part of life. Beyond that, you need to develop a lot of skills. You have to keep learning about a subject. Now, one of you, can you tell me you have chosen a subject and what field you want to go? Can anybody say? Anybody? What field in electrical line you want to go? Anyone?
Power transmission.
Sorry, I cannot hear you. Can you be clear?
Power systems.
Huh?
Power systems.
Testing and commissioning.
Power transmission.
Power transmission. I could get this particular word clear. Power transmission. Fantastic. It's power transmission itself is a very global phenomenon. Now, in this power, we can, if you discuss a few things about it, just a little bit time I'll take into that. Now, earlier there was only one set of power. It was hydro or thermal powers. Now solar has come up. Now solar is so broader and it is increasing day by day. Now, any electrical engineer you want to get succeeded more faster and learn faster, you should aim towards that solar engineering. You have to develop your skill set into that. I'm just quoting example. I'm not saying a lot of jobs are available or today India has to do more. Being Indian, we have to do more on solar system. Of course, there is a huge scope in every state and every part of our country and globally also. But the more faster you will be learning about the solar system in electrical engineering, people will more want to grab you faster than anybody else. Now, for that, if you have to develop an interest in that, you cannot simply say that I am interested in solar system, so I am interested in power supply, so I want to become a solar engineer. But simply by saying that, you cannot become. You have to start putting efforts on that. You have to take knowledge out of it. When you go for an interview of a job, an employer, he sees it, okay, you have applied for a solar engineering as a solar field engineering executive or a maintenance engineer, whatever. Now they will ask you a few questions about solar engineering. Obviously, you will prepare few things about it, but they want to understand how much solar is currently generated in India. For example, let's say the question comes into you. You can answer it by Google and whatever you will do. But there are certain technical aspects into that which we should be able to answer. Few basic things. That is one part of entry into the job. They will prefer you because others could not have answered. So you would have answered properly about the solar energy and they would have taken it. Now there your journey starts. It doesn't mean that you're again through to your life. Now again, those five components: happiness, money, peace of mind, health, and fame. Do you think just by passing on that interview you'll get it? Somebody said, "I want salary." Do you think that you'll get best of the salary in that company? May not be getting it. May not be getting it. But the more you learn into it, the more you will develop your skills in that industry, that company might recognize you. Or after 2 years, after 3 years of working, after huge learning in that company, then if you try to apply in another job, then you can appear whenever you'll appear in another interview. They might see your skill set. You're engineer, the best thing to be judged you is skill. I told you marks is only a one step part of life. I'm repeating it again and again because a lot of people have a perception that, sir, I have scored 90% marks. I should get a better salary. I should get a job, better job. I should get a managerial job. It's not that life so easy that I'm very clearly telling you again and again. Unless until your basics are strong, your learning capabilities are shown, learning abilities are shown to the interview guy, the employer, they will not take you. So at the time now, this is the time when people who are graduated or undergoing graduation, please, by the time you come into third year, fourth year, and after that, or you get specialized trained through HIEE or many other institutes across the market, you have to choose your domain. You have to be selective in your field. Somebody said power supply. You're already decided that you want to get into power supply. Now you need to understand what all knowledge I can gain out of this. Which are the companies across India who recruit in power supply? You have to focus on those things. That is just an entry to you get into that industry field. As like all of you said, salary, position, job security, these are the criteria which a lot of people have it. Some people say, if I'll join, if I only get this salary. I'm sorry to say this again and again. A lot of people have that false image. Even the colleges actually happens is institutes, they give you wrong impression that after doing engineering graduation, don't worry here, you will get a superb salaried job. Guys, please understand, you are the part, just have a small set of knowledge you have taken from a college. You are not a material who can give productivity from day one. You are not a material who will give you cannot become an asset for the company from day one. So the company invests in on you, is paying some salary. They will teach you, they will train you. You have to use that time period for learning skills in that particular company, and then you after 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year, then you slowly become an asset to the company because you start contributing effectively, productively, giving some solutions or to the problems or helping hand for the other engineers or superiors that okay, this X person is capable of handling independently this particular part. He can do it now. So everybody don't please imagine that I will get a best salary in the industry. There is no benchmark to this salaries. If I have to say, please understand. You have to first learn. You have to develop your skill set. Otherwise, people will not pick you. As like I said, you want to get into any other job, just simply for any other job you can get into. That is what my slides talks about. There are people who want to really get into the core domain. There are a set of people. There are a set of people who want to simply start a career because just they want to earn money. There are different set of people. Just whatever job I will do is irrespective of engineering, bachelor of engineer, bachelor of technology, whatever you do it. And after that, they come out and they say, even though I scored 80% mark, 90%, I don't want to get into this because of my dad pressure. I have done this engineering. I have knowledge enough. I will work somewhere. They will pay me some handsome of good money. But I can tell you one thing, that may be handsome of money initially. Those whoever will give you without judging your caliber and skill set, that is a temp. You cannot grow beyond that. You cannot go beyond that particular line. If you are choosing an engineering field, core domain is somewhere engineering, and then in sub-subject of certain category or certain area of work, you dominate into that, you'll definitely grow in your life. That skill set will grow in your life. But simply you want to earn money, you can do any other job. There are so many jobs available in the market, but if you really want to become fruit, you want to justify your graduation, your degree, then I think you need to understand what set of skill set I need to develop. So it is the age, it is the time where you have to choose whether I want to do a business, whether I want to work on a job, or I want to go anywhere and do whatever I want to. And it's up to you. There are so easy money jobs are available, but there again some skill set is required, right? You have to be talkative, you have to be brain user, a lot of efforts, a lot of traveling is there. There are sales guys who are in after the engineering also they moved into sales jobs. But again, if that person has got the skill of, again the skill is required, the skill set of talking, tongue power. The sales guy always need to talk. He need to show his strength of talking to people, irrespective of the time. They should know how to speak to the people with respect, with convincing factor. So there is again some skill set is required. I'm not saying some of you cannot become a sales guy or a general manager in a company or a CEO of the company. All of you can become anything in your life as long as you develop certain skill set in your career. So in my view, the first 5 years of your critical of learning cycle. Okay, skill development. Those are the basic strong with when you become first 5 years, you can jump into 2-3 companies. People do that after 1 year of working of sir, I have learned enough here. I think there is a job available in some company. I will work there and I will apply and I will go there. A lot of guys do it. Of course, that is it is your choice. But as long as this learning is no more in this company, you can definitely jump into some other company for a better package, better role, or better learning, better skill set of development. But one thing is very clear, guys. Skill development in the first 5 years, developing your own skills is very, very, very critical in the first 5 years of your career. Imagine after 2 years of working in a certain field and compare with you with a 10 years guy, 10 years experience in the same field. Can you match his caliber of problem solving? Imagine just after 2 years, you worked in some X company, you developed certain skills in that company, you have worked and you become part of the organization. But the guy who has worked for 8 years or 10 years in the same organization, can you be matched with them? Of course, people will not try to see that matching. But if you have developed certain skills within you in that particular 2 years, then people can see. That's what I told you. In older days, the people used to become CTO after working 2 decades, 20 years of experience. Somebody can become a general manager or CTO or chief technical officer or a plant head or after working for 20-30 years because of their age and experience they get. You guys can be faster to that. You guys can be faster saying that, after 5 years, I can become a floor manager, a floor in charge, floor supervisor, where entire factory, entire plant is under your control. It's only basis on your skill set you develop. Or in any industry which you have taken, like in power supply, whether in that particular power supply plant, for example, that person, whoever it is, has told me, that person has developed certain skills in that particular power plant that in every section he is able to understand few things. Suppose subjectively he gains the knowledge in that, then he can go faster. You cannot sit in one corner in one part of the work and say that I will only do this work. That's why I said learning up to college is one set of learning through your career life is a continuous process. After 10 years also you learn. The technology is changing now faster. You have to keep learning. You have to develop the skills of that. As per that requirement, you have to change yourself. Now the power supply solar is becoming more productive and more cheaper than the other set of power. Now every country, and naturally it is helpful for everybody. By it is helping the nature. It's because we are taking power from the nature itself. So there is no pollution to that. So every country wants to invest into that. They are giving subsidies now for the placement of solar and all. So there are so many companies coming up for solar plants. These people want a skilled person, skilled people. Now, in that also, if you can only say that, sir, I can only install a solar panel, that is one set of skill set you will learn, suppose. But after that, also, you want to know how the backend part also works, how the energy is converted to battery and then power flows from here, and how it is conserved, how it is saved. There are so many parts in that particular job set. Everything you learn over a year, you can become head of that company. But mere doing the graduation, passing out from the college, you want to become head of the company. I want a higher package, higher salary. Please, I'm saying, don't be in that dream. That dreams. That is called fool's paradise. You fool yourself saying, I know everything. By working 2 years, you don't compare yourself with the guy who have worked for 20 years. Obviously, he will have more understanding of problem solving than you. Engineer has to be a problem solver most of the time. And how can you develop a new thing, innovate? So these are the skill sets which you all acquire through your lifetime. You already chosen a line, an engineering you choose. You have to keep learning yourself, keep growing yourself into that, and pushing yourself towards your more learning towards it. Okay. Lot of people, what I want, they have questions. You people may be having questions. What I want to become, what is my quality? So you have to please write down in this particular area. I want everybody to write down, please write down your 5 strengths of yourself. That may be wrong today. That may be proven wrong after a decade. But today, what do you think is your strength? Everybody, every student, every youngster in this group, please understand. Please write down your strengths. At least 5 strengths. Or you ask your parents, you ask your friends, what do you think is the best quality I have in you? I'm a good listener. I'm a good learner. I'm a good narrator. I'm a good designer. So there are certain strengths which will be inborn to you. That's a talent. That's your talent. Now that talent you need to bring out to your profession. You need to relate to that somewhere. Please do that exercise. I'm telling you, what is your quality means what are you made for? There are always there are people who think that, career is not, most of the people actually make themselves, career is given into somebody's hands, in the corporate's hands, on their superiors, in their boss's hands. No, you can decide your career, you can decide your line, you have to decide your focus of life, which line I want to study, which category of industry I want to work into, and which line of people field which help me to grow faster, earn faster, more better. You need to decide. Everything doesn't come so in a platter. It doesn't come like that. You have to choose it and you have to work on it. So please understand, guys. You please make a note of this. Wherever it's not for me to understand what is your strength or weakness, but definitely each company, wherever you will go for interview, the first few things people will ask you, what are your strengths with it? So what are the engineering qualities basically they want to see? What are the engineering qualities you have in you? Forget about any particular electrical, mechanical, computers, whatever engineering you have, but everybody should have some sense of learning capabilities or X, Y, Z. So you need to understand what specializations you want to work on. So there is a mechanism what people need to understand here. It's called as the 4I methodology. Because you people more understand on the technical language, I thought I should put 1 or 2 technical slides. So it's called as 4I methodology. For any product also, for any product people know, we identify the area of what can be done to that area. Now bulb, for example, we talked about the bulb. How many phases it has gone through today? Today we are working on LED bulbs. Can somebody imagine that LED was there for many years? That LED component was there from many decades into the different components, different machineries. But nobody thought that that same LED can change some certain formula and can become a today source of light for your household, and it is the most economical in power consumption. So identify the for in your case also you what you want to become, what you want to do in your life, where you want to. Now, where you want to go, it doesn't mean that I want to go to America or it's not. I'm talking about geography here. Means in life, I told you CTO, Chief Technical Officer. There are so many designations in the globally available for engineers. You have to understand those are all. Can I reach there? Can I understand how to go there? Can you make it? Can I make my career plan such a way that I will learn these skills? It will add to my degree. It will add to my 5 years of experience. It will add to my 10 years of experience, and I grow faster, 2 steps faster than others. And can I reach that level? What is your play area? Means what is the thing which I can do it in a fraction of seconds or minutes, and I can do it in magically. Now, Sachin Tendulkar chosen cricket as his play area. He is the top most priority, and he is good in that. He has gone into that and he's committed, dedicated his entire life to the cricket. Though the other jobs and all is nominal, it's all offered by people. It's nothing today. He is a businessman today. It's a different thing. But there are people who have chosen their careers in certain fields. They committed to that and they have gone and they have developed skills. Like Sachin Tendulkar become a great batsman not in a single day or night, right? Not by just he is not even a proper graduate actually. What is the skill set he has developed in that? Who has recognized that skills? He himself. He himself has thought that I want to play cricket. I want to become a player. I want to become a champion. I want to become the best cricketer in the world. That's the reason he has become so. And for that he has put efforts. It's not by just facing a ball in the ground and you become a player. No. So many nights he has not slept. So many mornings, early mornings when people were actually sleeping and resting on their beds, he was already in the ground practicing his game. And that's the reason he started earning money. There are so many brands who have taken up into him for his brand campaigning. So now there are so many cricketers, right? There are cricketers who have come and gone. We don't know their names also. Today also it is happening. But why only Virat Kohli is named again? Dhoni is named again. Why you have to please understand in your career also, you need to choose a field. You choose an engineering. It doesn't mean that you're a generic engineering, a general engineering candidate. You want to choose it, you have to work on it. You have to understand in the graduation time, in the 4 years part, where your people, where your faculty or where your friends would have appreciated you on certain subject. Oh, this particular X subject, you are already good. Can I do and get into that? There is a scope of jobs in that field. Please work backward once again. Understand which field is good for me. So identify your own requirements, which line you want to. That is a basic thing which you have to do at your home, at your college, or at your institutes, along with your friends and families. You need to understand your strengths first. Okay, ideate and improve. What is that meaning? What do you mean by that? Is here is simply to tell you is that what I can do. Sorry, I'll pause a minute here. Yeah. So what I can do more into my set of learning, what I can do more in set of my area of work, who are already graduating or undergraduate or already graduated, you have chosen a field. I will get into solar energy. Now what I can do more in that? You have to be a thinker. You have to be an ideator. You cannot simply be an ordinary engineer. You have to develop that skill in your mind. How can I do a better solar energy? If I go to certain X company, how can I become a better contributor for that organization? Strategy for to be in a role. See, every role in that particular plan, somebody said in initially why people will pick you in as an organization, or why people, they need it. They need it. Yes, they need a lot of engineers. But why only you? Why should they pick you? You question yourself. Do I have that ability to think future? Can I think broader? The solar energy today, after 5 years or after 10 years, what will become solar energy? Solar energy will take into another format. Can you imagine? Solar panels are larger today. Their capacities are very limited. Tomorrow it may happen that solar panels will shrink. The capacities might increase. Now somebody would be doing research in that, R&D in that. So can you be part of that? So whatever job or skill set you developed, what is the status of after 5 years? Anybody is there who has recently joined any job? Anybody in this group? Anyone? Can I listen to anyone? Anybody who's joined recently, 1 year, 2 years old in the job, or all are undergraduates or fresh graduates?
Hello, sir. This is Mahesh. Good morning.
Yeah. Yeah, Mahesh.
Yes, sir. Recently, I've joined in a transformer manufacturing company. Its name is SNR Transformers. In the month
Okay.
of Jan, I've joined there as a design engineer.
Fantastic.
But unfortunately, this lockdown made me to get out of that due to no productions.
Okay.
And immediately after that, I've joined in Amazon, and currently I'm working at an Amazon.
What is the role in Amazon?
Sir, I'm working for Alexa department, sir. Data associate.
Okay.
Just for this.
Now, somewhere you are expertise in software also.
No, sir. Actually, I'm really fond of core, and I'm 100% in the core subject, sir. But this lockdown made me all these things to be free, financially free. I'm doing this job. Currently, I'm working from home, sir.
Okay.
And immediately when I got to know about this session, I've just joined, sir.
Okay. So let's take example of Mahesh itself. Now, because of Corona, that is unexpected thing which happened in every part of
Yes,
life,
sir.
including mine also. A lot of people in the globally has a lot of jobs.
Sir,
Industries
and
are
one
closed.
more point, sir. Can I say one more
Yeah.
point, sir?
Yeah, please.
Yes, sir. During that job in the core departments, I used to get less amount, sir. But I used to learn more and more, sir, because it is related to our education and everything. But coming to here, sir, I'm working. I'm getting 30,000 per month. But I'm, sir, it's a bullshit that
You don't
what we
learn.
have studied. Yes, sir. We have wasted 6 years for this job. I didn't mean it, sir.
You'll not learn anything there. You'll not learn anything there.
Yes, sir. Because we have studied for 6 years, sir. Because I am a diploma and BTech and MTech graduate, sir.
Fantastic.
Like we can't expect situations like this. And if this lockdown would not happen, I would be somewhere, sir. Definitely.
Don't worry. Don't get disappointed, Mahesh.
Yes,
if you have the talent, people will recognize you. Okay.
Yes,
now, only thing is that you have to keep swimming. You have to keep using your hands and legs. Keep moving. Okay. Don't get disappointed.
Yes,
now, see, it is the beginning of your career, and it will help you also.
Yes,
now,
sir,
and I'll put. Thank you, man. So, for rest of you guys, I will take an example of Mahesh, for example. Now he has joined some transformer making company and he learned certain skills. He himself is saying that so the package was different altogether. I was more interested in learning. Now he has developed his learning skills in that. Suppose if after the corona also now he got some other job because he need to earn now. That's where we get shaky. And now doing that also still he can focus on the transformer companies. There are still transformer companies who are running business now. There is a transformer required globally all over. The technology is changing in transformers. The transformers are becoming minuscule now. Earlier larger size, now it's the size of it. So there are so many improvements, changes are happening. Now, if Mahesh keeps his knowledge up to the level of the today's requirement, today's understanding global requirement, then this he can still get into the transformers factories or plants, whichever they're manufacturing, and he can see himself as one of the best asset for the company. I'm not saying that it cannot be possible or possible immediately, but yes, I'm saying just quoting example. It is his interest level whether he want to go or not. Now he's saying he's having some other job out of his entire different subject which he has not learned so far, but he's getting some salary. But he's not happy there because he is not learning anything in his life. It's nowhere related to his job, his studies, what he has done. Now the different skill set altogether. Now, again, he can become expertise in this and he can grow as a manager, senior manager, DGM, and what different level Amazons or different parts of the world. They recruit very fast the youngsters. They attract people with packages. But you can't see a growth easily also in this set of fields. Because there are so many people coming into this field that you will be lost in that world. So you need to understand what is the role you are into and what my role can be after 5 years. Whether this industry, that particular subject of the whatever I have chosen is going to be there after 5 years. There are so many industries which are getting closed. There are so many products which are getting eliminated from the society. So joining that set of industry or joining that set of engineering field is waste of time. So my point is that you have to understand, you have to think that whatever role you're going to choose, you should understand what is the scope for after 5 years, 10 years and all. Can it give me consistency in my life? Can I grow in that particular set of field? So these are all frameworks you need to get into that. And the one part which is an improvement, of course, skills you have to keep learning. Communication and writing ability. Don't think that if I'm only engineering, I have to put only formulas and I have to see only the certain technical words which I am expertise, and that will survive me. No, as long as you will keep working forward, as long as you keep working in the same field, as long as you keep working over a future, after 5 years, a decade or so, you become manager or supervisors or seniors. You have to start sending mails. You have to start communicating through mails to the peers, to the companies. Even for an interview job applying also, you need a proper communication. You need to explain to yourself how best you are, how best you need that ability, that particular field. So these communications, writing and speaking skills also are critical part of the skill only, but it is one of the need for you to understand as a graduate you should have. Because why I thought I should talk about this, because recently I had interviewed few guys. He's an engineer, already graduate. He's searching a job. You know how he has come for an interview? He has come with a chappal. He has come with a shirt loose, with a certain set of beard. I'm not saying these are all important for a job who has got talent and all. May not be. My perception of looking at the person was on that whether he has got skill set or not. But there are a set of people who will see, why this guy is so untidy here? Why he has come with a beard? Not properly dressed, is not wearing even shoes also. Now, is this his family background or college background or what? I don't know why people have not taught them that when you go for interview, you should properly dress, at least. Do you guys agree on this? Most of you, because you're youngsters, you need to tell me. Job seekers, now you have to tell me whether you should go little decent way to their interview or not.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Right. So those are also critical for you to get employability, because a lot of people are very particular on these things. Even because since you're engineer, man, You people have to be very energetic, and you should show your energy at the time of at the time of interview. You have to say that, sir, I am very tidy and I follow the rules, because normally in the shop floors and the plants and all, the people wear shoes. They have to wear shoes and they have to wear gloves, and there are a lot of things are there in that. Uniform is there. You have to be forced to be in that. You have to show your ability to convert into that self. So that you need to be. And at the last is their implementation. Now you have learned many things in your graduation. You're getting into a job field. You're now getting into a actual practical field. Now whatever you're learning past is there. You have to put into that into in action. You have to you have to put into your skill development area that I have learned this thing. Your resume, your CV should talk about it. Sir, I have learned. A lot of people make a resume. I have gone training under training for so and so company in so and so division. They say that I had understood the wiring, I understood the coiling, they understood the coding, XYZ. But what has resulted to that also you need to mention in certain CVs, and also you need to profile yourself as a little better than others. Okay, so networking is also important. Now Mahesh has got lost job because of the corona thing in certain factory. Now Mahesh, can he explore by touching different set of people in transformer industries itself, searching in Google, applying to them, rephrasing him. So, sir, I'm very keen on the subject. I want to join your organization. Show the need of it. Maybe some of them will come to him and give him back is whatever role he was in. So you need to develop networking. You have to meet more people. You have to relate more people. A lot of people spend time. I'm not saying that you don't waste your time in Facebook or in other WhatsApp or anything, but please understand, after your graduation, your career takes a shape. Your career starts there. You cannot waste your time by simply making friends who doesn't fruitful. You are not fruitful to your career. Start choosing your friends now, whom you can make friendships so that you can get. See, other friend classmates and all are good. Okay, partying, fitting, and all everything going around with friends is all good. But when it comes to the career, you need to choose certain set of people also who are superior to you, your seniors. Suppose if I am in third year graduate, I am a third year graduate, fourth graduate, the final year, the people who will leave now, pass out from the college, you should know their numbers, you should know their names. Where are they working? Had ever you tried, sir, where are my seniors working? Had you gone to your college and asked, sir, where are my seniors are working? You should know them. If you go and touch the senior, sir, I am your junior, so and so, Ramesh, sir, I am your junior. You passed out. I have just passed in 2019. You are my senior in 2018. You came out of the institute. Sir, where are you working? What are you doing? Can I get a job under you? These are the networking also you need to develop. If the field is suitable for you, these are also skills. These are the abilities which you need to develop. Simply by applying a job on the website and all, everybody will not get every job. Somebody can help you within your family, within your college, within your institutes. People is uh, skill. The subject today, core subject is skill. So we are around that only. There is a weapon of an engineer. Skill is a weapon of an engineer. It is a core weapon of any engineer, whoever in whichever engineering field is. As I told from first slide for the beginning itself, you are a graduate. You are a fine-tuned, filtered graduate. But still, you are a raw material. You're still a raw material for the. Joshna, you want to say something? Okay, so you are a fine filtered graduate, but still you are a raw material. Now, what is that raw material I'm talking about is you have to get into a certain shape, certain product. The way you are into, have to become one of the component of the society, of the organization, of any company, any organization, wherever field you choose. You have to become that one of the components so that that company will feel as an asset. So you are in right now, you are just into transformation mode. where you will get into a materialized. You will become a material now. Soon you will become material. Now, what is that going to happen? What are the things you should develop? Where I will be going, or which industry will I be working? But there are certain qualities you should carry with you. Capability. From beginning, I've been using that word ability, capability. Capability is something which you have to prove. Nobody can see it. Okay, this guy is capable of doing this not by seeing your graduate certificate. I cannot see that. I can see only that you are talented if you score 100 out of 100. You are average student if you scored 160 out of 100. But like 70 out of 100 can be more capable than 100 out of 100 guy. Nobody knows it. So you have to show from day one your capability of doing more, learning more into the company, getting more things from you. Cult focus. Now the focus is a normal word which you would have heard. Normally you should have focus. Everywhere people will say, have focus on your studies, have focus on your exams, how to pass exams, how to score good marks. Focus, 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 focus. The cult focus, when you turn yourself into a corporate employee, you have to become little bit cult. You have to become little sharper. People should see you. He's a sharp guy who can get many things done under him. Who can do many things with him. Simply by focusing on the work, it will not help you. You have to become cult focused. Am I learning? Suppose there are 4 students from same college, same institute are selected in one institute. Let's say one company. After 6 months, if I have to rate them, after their skill development, learning, experience, all cycles going through, after 6 months or 3 months of probation, if I have to judge them, I will see who is more sharper than the other, whom I can give larger role than the other. All 4 guys will be not in equal way. Obviously, different talented people, different focused people, different skill set people. So there are 4 people from same institute. Let me say from HIE only, if there are 4 guys I had taken today. Do you think all 4 will be of same thought process? No, there will be different. So now I have to see them after 6 months. I have to judge them. Which are the guy who can fit into which role, which set of plant he can work, which set of role he can go. Can he be on field? Can he be on fold? We have to decide. So by saying that, you need to focus means you have to get into what is the company's need. Also, you need to understand which is the area which can help me more grow easily in that company. You have to go. The third point where I'm trying to say compassion is, see guys, in college it is very put a hand on your friend, a shoulder. You put your hand on the other guy's shoulder, right? Normally in colleges we do, but in corporate it doesn't happen like that. You cannot put a hand on other shoulder simply because he is a peer to you. He is of similar age to you or younger to you. No, companies doesn't allow this. Corporate culture doesn't allow this. So you need to get adjusted to that environment. Though you will be a stranger, newcomer into that company, newcomer into that particular field of work, you have the people, companies see that how best he can be a team worker. The recruiter, the employer always see whether he's got that skill or not, whether he can work with other people or not. Because any work to be done on the floor or on the field or in the office, people see that whether you can adjust the atmosphere or not. The same kind, and the entire scenario in the entire set of working area, whether you're fitting in or not. You cannot say that, no, I will work like this. I was there similar in my college. I was a big hero, or I was a big most wanted person in the college. You cannot be in the same in working side. So that is one of the skill which a lot of college people miss out. That no, sir, I will not work this. I will not clean my desk. I will not clean my computer. I will not clean my chair, or I will not do certain things in the part of my life. It cannot be like that. You have to adjust to the environment initially. You have to grab the positive things from them and go on. You can proceed in life. Otherwise, you'll get stuck. The other one we spoke about was the creative. You have to be creative in today's world. Otherwise, people don't see you as a value addition guy. So they will recruit you for suppose recruiting into getting recruited in 2021 after your graduation. Now they after among 10 students, if I have to select one five of them, now I will see whether this guy has got creative also. He's creative or not. Same thing which I told you, solar energy. After 5 years or a decade, solar energy will shape up in a new format. The panels will become shorter or smaller. Now the creativeness, futuristic guy who can fit into is in the company, the employer will love to take that guy. Who is futuristic, who can say something differently, who can always think differently. Not everybody will have that quality, but you should look yourself to look into that of creativeness, what I can do, add value to my career, to my organization, to my field, and committed. There is no other definition. The word itself says you have to be committed to the work. In college, generally what happens is in the morning, if you don't feel to go to a college, and you can simply say to your parents, no, I am not feeling well today, I will not go to college. You can bunk your college. A day or two in a month is possible. Easily you can do it. Or tell your friends or your professor, sir, I am not coming today, I am not well, I am feeling little headache or stomachache or whatever. I see the guys who are recruited recently, they are also doing the same way in organizations. Please. This is one of the things which is be a soft skill. This is commitment, and all is a soft skill, but it's a skill which you guys cannot skip. If a guy is seen that he's taking too many leaves in the first 30 days of the job, means that the company, the employer understands this guy is not interested to work anymore. They even call you and ask you to leave. You don't understand why they have made you to go out of the organization. Please, you have to be very committed to your work. The timing hours, the entry time, 9:30, 9 o'clock is suppose your plant or your office starts. You have to be sharp before that. 9 o'clock, you have to swipe in your card, you punch your card, and get into the factory, get into the office, and then that clearly shows that this guy is committed. If you go 1 hour late to a college, normally maybe one of the lecture you will might miss and other lectures you will attend, but nobody bothers much on it. Maybe, may not be. I don't know. I can't say because it depends on the colleges. But in corporate world, the employer sees that whether this guy is punctual on time, is committed to the work. Now, first 1 hour, do you think in anybody in first 1 hour of the job, everybody is very productive? They start working from the beginning, energetic, more energetic, and you miss that 1 hour. And how the people will see, your bosses will see you as you're not committed because you're not coming on time. You're not making yourself, working yourself in that entire area, passing on time for a chai, for a break, for different things. So this is something which people say is a bookish knowledge, bookish gyan and all, committed and all. But I'll tell you, after 20 years of my experience, of 22 years of experience also, I measure people with the commitment. And I myself, I see that I should be committed to my work. I don't go before 6:30 to exit 6:30 from my office. I see my colleagues, my peers, my superiors or my subordinates, whoever, if they come by 9:30 sharp, they come by 9:25. Even I'm 10 minutes late, I feel ashamed. My guys are coming on time. Why am I not able to come on my time sometimes? So my company allows me the flexibility of 10-15 minutes. But I personally feel today also, being boss of the particular office, that I am not going on time to office. So you need to be committed on that. The last one, which is, I say conservative and at the same time resistant. Now, what is that conservative and resistant here? See, these are all, you are a raw material. Now you are getting into all these things because these are the points you should note it. That in entire your career, I'm telling you till you retire, it is all things will work. And there are a lot of corporates will train you on this. These are the core subjects, topics I'm talking about. Looks to be very gyani, very bookish knowledge and all, but I'm telling you, make a note today. It will help you to your entire career. You note it down, you see that how good on that. You focus on that each point, and you see you'll improve your abilities in this particular field. Now, conserve and resistant. Conservative means you don't need to be a very opened up and show off your entire exposure of your qualities into the particular field. Now, a lot of people take advantage of it. So you have a knowledge, you are a knowledge box, you are a very great, intelligent, talented person, but you are good, and at the same time, you're also good at the skills. This can be done like this, like this, like this, and exactly everything you can say. Now, you too much of sharing to your peers or too much of sharing or advising others will not help you. They will take advantage of you. They will take advantage. So there you need to be a little bit conservative. Of course, knowledge sharing is always good, always welcome, and it is always you should show. You should do it in your life, career, till the life. Okay, end of your life. But at the same time, you have to be conservative in certain areas. You have to be little focused on, little bit sharp on understanding about what should I say, what should I not say. Resistant. Certain things of jobs make you to do certain wrong things also in life. So some companies ask you to do it. So you can be resistant certainly. I'm not too much focusing on that, but because it's not everywhere it happens, and so you can avoid it also. You can just say that you have to be resistant to say no certain things. Okay, you don't need to do everything in every life. Sir, मैं ऑफिस साफ करने से लेकर means cleaning, right from cleaning up office to locking up office entirely. You don't need to do. You can do some part of it. Somebody is not helping you to get a water in the factory. You can go and get your water that day for drinking, or something to be needed because somebody has not come. You're helping a colleague. You're helping a person. That all skills are required. But you can be resistant if somebody is saying that no, that person has left the job entirely. Now you have to handle it totally without any empowerment in that. You don't need to do that. Of course, in your career, you'll understand what is I'm talking about. Is if you are more in that particular subject and topic and all, you do it in that way. Add-on roles will be given to because certain people resign and some people move out of the organization. So the company see you that whether you can take extra load or not on your work. So you can take certain load on your work, but you have to be resistant if it is beyond your limit. Means you're losing your health, you're losing your time, you're not able to go home. Then you can't take the load for a longer time. You'll become sick. So you need to be resistant at that time. Okay. Now, so simply I want to conclude this particular subject of raw material part is that please understand you have to listen more initially when you go into organization. You have to respect the colleague. You cannot call a person a colleague as like what you call in a guy in a college. And at the same time, you have to be flexible. In colleges, we are very adamant. I belong to this. I am so and so. There are certain people who do that. My father is so and so. Now in a company, no more father, no more mother, no more brother. You have to be on your own. You have on your own foot. So people will see you as your own. They don't see your father, mother, or your grandfather, or your assets or whatever you have, properties you have in background. So these are very critical. Those simple words of listening others, superiors, peers is very important. Take the good things from them. Rest all leave it. Respect them. Somebody is giving you more knowledge. Somebody is telling about you certain good things. You please respect them. Sir, I learned a lot of things today from you. Thank you very much. And you have to be flexible with them. You cannot be adamant and say that I don't know about it. So I want to mention some top employabilities which people want to see. Now I've already spoke about resume, cover letters, interview, how to interview, appear in interview skills. Little bit of things. This is a vast subject. If I keep talking, it will take hours and hours. Quickly now move on is like how to talk to people, how to talk to an interviewer, dress sense you should manage, behavior. If you're going for an interview, just one more minute on that. If you're going for an interview, please before time. Always be before time. Never ever, never never ever be late for an interview. Nobody likes it. Okay. Now the top employability things. What you have to. Now this is a core slide which I want you all of you to focus this. Management, which spoke a lot about it in the recent slides. Self management. It comes with the behavior. It comes with the way of you talk, the way you respond to people. What I told you is you have to respect. You have to be flexible. You have to be more energetic. You have to show that I am interested. Sir, I am into. I want this job at any cost. I am working. I want to work for this company. I want to work for this organization. I want to work in that role. I want to learn. I have to develop in this. You have to show that hunger to the management. Ideation, futuristic initiator. I already spoke about it. You please understand. These are the words you can make a note, and it will help you your lifetime. These things are always need to be upgraded. Like your phone, you upgrade yourself. Every time the phone asks you, every 3 months, 1 month, 2 months, please, new software has come, please upgrade. It's something like that. You people have to upgrade yourself. Uh, every day you need to think of ideation. Almost every time, whenever you're in meetings, whenever you're with your friends, you need to think about something out of the box. You need to talk about your certain qualities of this particular industry, company, or domain which you're going into. You need to really think about it all the time. You have to initiate. Certain people who are very conservative and very they go back whenever somebody will ask you, can you explain this about certain thing? A lot of people go shy and they want to go back, though they have good knowledge on subject. Please don't do that. Always be initiated. Then only you can grow. Now said salaries. I want more salary. I want more higher positions, more better jobs and all. These are all things are. These are all skills are very critical. These skills are very critical, and these skills are lifelong going to help you. It's not a 1 day or 2 day. Learning and communication, friends. I have shown you in the previous slides. Communication is very critical in corporate world. Maybe in college you are a good student, very talented, good marks. You had done good well or not done well also. Everything is okay in college, but in college, if you sit in back bench and you in front bench also, but you keep only listening and you don't interact, you don't ask your queries, doubts, वगैरह in college, everything is accepted. But in corporate, you have to communicate. You have to talk about your problem, about your work problem, not your domestic problems I'm talking about. You have to tell about your difficulties. You have to tell about the problem solving methodology. You have to tell about people who are doing wrong. If anything, you have to report to your superior or to your HR. All these are part of your employment. So these are we are one step ahead before you get into interview and get a job and all. We are trying to tell you is because like Mahesh is, for example, is working in Amazon. He would be knowing how the communication is important in his office. There is always a time schedule. There is always a period when people will say, "I want to get this done today." In the company. So they say that tomorrow morning, the boss himself will ask you, before he or she asks you whether that work is done. So you have to go and present yourself. Sir, I already done this work yesterday evening, 5 o'clock. Since it was office leaving time, I didn't come and discuss. I have done this job and this is for you. The people will be more happy. Any field you are into, any industry you are into, learning, lifelong. It is going to be a cycle which you have to keep learning on things. And also, the communication is so critical that whatever you're learning, you have to communicate. Whatever you want, you have to communicate. What you don't want, also, you have to communicate. See, for everything, yes is not the answer. For everything, no is not the answer. There is so many things which you have to do in your life. So please understand, these are the critical things which will be there with you lifelong. Technology, of course, all guys are from technology background, so this is never going to end. Technology will never going to be, and 5G technology in telecom is coming. There are so many things going to happen globally. So this is where you have to be superior. That is one of the core subject you or people have to be updated yourself. The one of the big things what corporate bosses see is that whether you are a team worker or not, whether you can go along with or not. Why I mentioned separately here is teamwork is it's very, very critical. In colleges, you would have done some projects. You have done your annual functions, annual days, and so many things, celebrations, and all with the teamwork. You never knew that it was a teamwork. Maybe you know it also, but there the contribution, whether somebody does it or not, you contribute and you try to get things done already. But when it comes to corporate, teamwork is very critical. If somebody is absent, you have to come forward and say, I will get it done for today. Don't worry. With the work will not stop. Whether you can take up the load, whether you can give up the load, whether you can mix up with the people, whether you go along with the people, and overall the productivity is not affected. That is what the corporate see. So that's very critical that you are a good team member. You cannot dominate from day one. Of course, you can dominate by your skills, by your abilities, showing to the superiors. Sir, I'm doing many things. You don't need to go and tell. People will watch you. Don't worry. There will be always 360-degree camera on you. It doesn't mean that literally cameras are on. Superiors have their own methodology to see that whether this guy is working good or not. There are people who will talk about you. There are people who will mention about you. There will be people who will hate you in the organizations. There will be people who will be liking you also. So both sides, you have to balance it. That's where I said you have to be resistant. At the same time, you have to be conservative. Somebody is hating you doesn't mean that you go and box it. No, you cannot do that in corporate. You have to play your own game. So you need to be very careful and you have to be a team player so that everybody likes and loves you. But at the same time, you can resist people by saying that I don't want to get closer to you. That's it. Problem solver, very critical for engineering background guys. This is a core subject where every engineer should know it. So if there is suppose one equipment, if you are getting expertise in that, how to assemble one of the product. Okay, I'll quote one of my products, stabilizer. We have a power stabilizers in manufacturing unit in Hyderabad. So what we do, we manufacture stabilizers, but assembling, you know it. But at the same time, you have to ensure that you know how whenever the problem comes in, you need to know how to solve it. Simply assembling a stabilizer is not the solution. You should know even after it's running for a year or 2 or 3 or hours, number of hours. If there is a problem coming in, you should know how to solve the problem. Then you're expertise. Then you're skilled. Well, sir, if the time is okay, quickly I need to please advise me.
I think you can take.
Okay, fine. So anyway, these are the critical skills, team, friends. Please understand these are the critical things. Please make a note of it, and this will be part of your life. I'm telling you to be even after 10 years of work experience, people will talk about this. Are you a problem solver? Are you a team worker? Are you aware of your latest technology in that? Are you a good communicator? Suppose after 10 years you become a supervisor or a manager in a company, whether you are able to communicate properly to your team, like a professor in a college, you have different subjects. Some you don't like some professors. I'm not serious about this topic, but I'm just generally telling you. You don't like certain professors, the way they teach, but their teaching has a different methodology. So every professor has got a different methodology. Some people don't like, some people like. But some people know the core subject. They know actual core subject, but they don't express in it the way they want students want. Every year the generation is changing, the way of communication is changing. So you need to be updated in that. You have to express those things in very broader way. So please understand these are critical things which I have tried to mention here. And one quotation which which I already mentioned, you read about it. Mr. Suzuki has said, knowledge is not skill. So whatever you learned in college, knowledge is not a skill. Knowledge is 10,000 times is what the skill is 10,000 times of knowledge. Means how much you have to work, you understand. How much you have to put yourself on field and practically you understand. Knowledge is only a small part. Practically skill development, learning those practical part of life is 10,000 times. He himself is saying there is no measurement. That skill is scalable, but it is scalable in a continuous process. There is no end to that. That's what I am trying to tell you here. Skill is a journey, not destination. Somebody, if people from Andhra will know the Mahesh Babu's dialogue, one of the movies he has mentioned, success is a journey, not a destination. It's the same thing he has mentioned in the college. Is one of the movies. I don't remember that movie name. But anyway, what I want to mention here is, friends, you have to gain knowledge to become a skilled person. You have to work hard to get a skilled person. And you have to measure that skill also. You have to measure yourself. Nobody, somebody third person is trying to say, no, Ramesh, you're not skilled in this particular area. You have to get skilled means somewhere I'm lacking. So I need to develop it. I have to focus on that. That's the reason I told you, please put 5 strengths of yourself today. You measure that may not be relevant after 10 years or 20 years. Those strengths may not be relevant to your job. Those strengths may not, but those strengths might help you to move forward. So take those strengths from your parents, what I am good at, what I am take from your professors, from your friends. Understand what are my strengths. I am a good listener. I am a good speaker, or I am a good whatever I do it very fast, quickly. I am a quicker. So scalability, where every step of your life you need to scale, measure it, whether I am doing right or not, whether I am going in right direction or not. So the career also helps in that. In the job also, where once you're employed, it doesn't mean that you simply every morning you go to office and factory, plant, and whatever field you're in and come back home and have dinner and sleep and again. That's a routine work. But you need to you need to measure yourself. You need to measure whether I am going right direction. After 1 year, I'll get bored in this job. Whether I can change my division. Can I be uplifted? Can I move to some other company? Can I move to some other division, some other field? You need to measure those skills whether I am fulfilled in this skill, in this particular area. Now, can I move to the next level? Sir, I have learned enough. I am very much 100% into this. Even your boss will know, your superior will know it. Then you need to move to the next level. I told you earlier, guys, in corporates, people like only committed people. The boss, the superior, the peer, the colleagues, everybody likes only committed. There will be people who are time wasters. You don't need to be in that. Don't spoil your career by wasting time in some field which you don't like. Be committed to your core subject. You be committed, focused on your area. You get into the corporate first. Get the job right. You take the skill. You develop the skills from that company. You work, learn from this company very well. Work for 1 year, 3 years. You're growing. Be there. If you're not growing there, you can move to the next company. But otherwise, in first 3 years, if you're not learning those skills, the other company will not take you. If the company will take you also, may not be paying you as expected by you, or they are paying to other employees. I don't know, think that different people are in the same level, but their packages are different. Their salaries are different. Why do you think so? When the person, suppose he's a floor in charge, for example, let me say in a plant, there is a guy called floor in charge. There are 3 floor in charges in that particular plant, let's say, but they are paid in different way. Why? The role is same, because they have got their skills in a different way. They have come from different background. They have come from different industry. They have come from different areas of work. They have developed themselves in a different skill set. So somebody who has got highly skilled, highly empowered, highly energetic, highly committed will get higher. Simply having a certificate will not give you package. The end of this is particularly that the skilled at success means if you are skilled, you will be successful. If you are not skilled, you will not be successful. I am not saying people who are doing other jobs other than the field of your core subject are not successful. Everybody has got their own success rate. Somebody says that, sir, getting a 50,000 monthly salary is my success. They think that is their success. But somebody is there, no, sir, I will not end up here. I want every month 1 lakh rupee. I want 2 lakhs of rupees. I want to join that company who will pay me that much salary. Now, for that, you need to prepare yourself. You have to understand or go through all this process. So skill set is not a one set of ball game where you do it for 2 years and you become expert. No, skill set is a continuous process. You have to go through every stage of your life, every stage of career. You have to work hard. You have to gain knowledge of it. You have to measure yours. So what I am gaining out of it, and you have to show your commitment to that, and then the measurement will come as ultimately a success. So that is very clear. And when in the walking through this journey, a lot of people I see take up ego, jealousy, they become lazy. Now, cheating, witting, and all is okay part of the life. The people do many times in many areas. The bottom one which I pick up is laziness, is a complacency which you develop. Suppose today somebody, one of you, after finishing your graduation, you got a job at a 50K or 50K plus salary. It is good that you get a job. But if you become complacent that I am getting more than what I am expected and you're not improving your skill set, I'm telling you lifelong you will be left out with the same salary or plus or minus of 10,000 rupees. So don't develop these particular skill set. Don't ever go that I know more, I know better than others, I am younger, so I know it better than you. Please don't do that. Cheating in the sense here in the corporate world and employers, what they see is company never likes anybody who does a fraud, who cheats the company itself. Means you're in the office, you're putting your attendance and you're not in the floor. You're somewhere. You're managing your attendance, like for example, like what we do in college. So I am present today. And after that, the lecture starts, the people, students might go out of the class. That is taken very lightly because that doesn't matter for anybody except you, because you've not taken that knowledge, whatever professor would have taken. But here, in the work area, people don't allow this. They will watch you once. They will warn you second. They will sack you third time. So these are all things which it will pull you down. You see the arrow downwards, it will pull you down. Whatever you have learned skills in the last 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, the moment you develop these negative aspects in your life, you will fall down. Never be jealous of any superior or a peer or a colleague. Take positive things from them. Avoid negative things. If somebody wants to poke you unnecessarily, they want to trouble you, let them do it. See, everybody wants to pull down a successful person. This is a fact of life. You will be successful, there will be 10 people behind who want to pull you down, including your friends. You cannot judge there. So at the same time, you cannot develop an ego there. You are a successful man, be it. Try to see if others can come up to your level or come with you, along with you. But don't try to get dragged by them. So all of you know this person, Mokshagunda Vishweshraya.
Yes, sir.
Which day of the year we celebrate his birthday as an Engineer's Day? Huh?
Engineers Day.
Which day? Which date?
Engineers Day.
Engineers Day, right? But which date? What is the date?
15th September.
Pardon?
15th September, sir.
Vikram Reddy. Perfect. Fantastic. So guys, you're all engineers. Next to your God you pray. Next to your God, whichever God you pray, you should have his photograph. I'm telling you. He's a genius in engineering. Simply that somebody is not celebrating his day. The sentence mentioned there you read out. The engineer's first problem in any design situation is to discover what the problem really is. I told you some time back. Assembling one unit is very easy, maybe easy one time, second time, third time, and 10 times also you learn assembling one unit. You fail and we redo it. But if what are the problems might come also you should know as an engineer. That is where you become employable. That is where you will become a superior than others. That is a skill you should have. I told you, you have to be futuristic. You have to be ideated. Should have ideas in your brain. Always. It is not one set of life, one part of life. 1 year, 2 year, no. It has to be dates. Every year you should be. This person is named as Sir Vishwesharaya. 15th September, we call it as the Engineer's Day. You know one example which floats around every 15th September. Now WhatsApp has come, so it's made very easy. One example quoted on his name. Does anybody know? On train example. Quickly, I will try to go through that. So he was traveling on a train. If somebody doesn't know about it, I am trying to tell them. He was going on a train. He was traveling on a train and he was sleeping in his compartment. And the train, the track was making some sound. Wheel was on track and it was making some sound. With the sound of certain sound while on sleep itself, he could hear that sound is different. It's not a normal track. Few kilometers before the actual problem would have come, the train would have derailed if you don't have stopped it. Then he immediately woke up and tried to stop the train. He said there is a problem in the track ahead. Imagine what quality of engineering he has gone through. He's sleeping in a train and he is making out of the sound of the track, the train moving on the track. He visualized that there is a problem in the track at just few kilometers, 1 or 2 kilometers ahead, and the train need to stop immediately so that to avoid the derailment of the train. Now the imagination, the kind of focus, the kind of what do you call the thought process in his mind. That is a minute thing. In a train, you're going in the train, so much of sound, and in that sound also he is able to understand what is the track is has healthy or not. He's making out of it. Why one out of so many lakhs of engineers? After that, nobody said that there is going to be another Vishwesharaya in India or globally. We don't see that. Of course, there are so many people. I'm not disrespecting any engineer in this world. Please. Dr. Abdul Kalam, he himself is one of the technical guys. He's a technical engineer. He has done so much for India, so much for entire society. These are the people which you should focus on. They have the skills, they have the ability to do something. They have the what you call the spirit of doing something differently, bigger, larger in their life. They never focused on their limited benefits. I'm not saying you don't enjoy your life like that. Everybody cannot do like Mr. Abdul Kalam. He sacrificed entire his life for the country. That's a different lifetime altogether. But you don't need to do that all the time. But at least ensure that you are a perfect engineer. Whichever field you're choosing, I'm telling you again and again, whichever field you're choosing again and again, please start focus on that and develop skills on that area only. Don't waste your time. Okay, a small thing. Can anybody say, tell me the difference between skill and talent?
The talent is inbuilt, sir, and skill we have to develop by time. We have
Fantastic,
to
Gaurav.
work on it.
Very good, very good. I think fantastic, Gaurav. You have done the homework. Very fantastic. So skill and talent. A lot of people get confused whenever I ask in interview. So everybody think that talent is a part of skill or skill is part of talent. Lot of people. So this slide has suddenly come into picture because when I was asking yesterday, 2 days back also to some people, they were not able to answer properly. I think Gaurav Das has done fantastic. He has done that answer that he has gone, means he has understood what is talent and what is. So talent is something which is inherent. It is into you. Maybe the talent, it comes you to score, you study well, you do your homework, means everything on time is your inherent ability. I will finish my work today and I'll sleep well. It is an internal aspect which will be there with you. The painting, if somebody who are good in painting, that is inherent ability. Everybody cannot be a good painter. Very selective people within selective field, things can happen. That is a talent. So it has to be recognized by people, and then the talent comes out. It needs a certain set of coaching. Like what I said is Sachin Tendulkar is talented in cricket, but is it that inherent it is there? Yes, it was inherent in him. Unless until he would have coached properly, he would not become a great player. We have hundreds or thousands of players across India and globe, but everybody doesn't become Sachin Tendulkar because everybody is not so talented as he. Everybody is not coached as talented as he was coached. The commitment levels in that. So it's like in your student life, whatever you grab in that particular period, is it your talent? You score 100 out of 100, it is your talent. You score 60 out of 100, it is your talent. That comes naturally. But the skill, which is where our core subject is talked about, it is an external task to be learned. You have to, you like it or not, you have to learn. You have to develop in you, whichever field you're choosing. Somebody want to become an actor after graduation from engineering. No problem, nobody will stop you. So you have the talent of acting, let's say in college and all, and you said that no, I will forget all about it and I want to become an actor. That is a talent you had, but you have to add a skill in it. Then somebody you have to recognize you as the best actor, or you are one of the best actors in the industry, in the field to be selected, is that you are developed, you have trained, you have gone through that, and you have made yourself a better acting skill. Then only people will take you. Otherwise, you will become an average, you will be normal, and nobody will recognize you. And acting is something some people thought about it, as like few people say, like in other field also. This is an area where anybody can develop actually. Some people said, so like I wanted to become a what do you call electrical engineer, but I have chosen to become a social worker or some other field I have chosen. Example, like I have chosen sales field because I'm good at talking, I'm good at speaking also. So engineering is at my base subject. Of course, it is there, but I have developed the skill of speaking, and I'm able to convince people, communicate people, convince people, and negotiation. My negotiation skills are very good. But the other guy friend sitting in front of me is, I can sell any product to him. That skill I have, I developed it over a period. Then I will become a salesman. If I'm good at technical, I have to become an engineer, then I have to develop that. It cannot be continued. Whatever book knowledge I have taken, that can be only that talent I have grabbed in. That's it. It is there in me. I have studied, I have finished my graduation, that's it. But to showcase it to people, you have to develop the skill. It's a continuous process. It is a never-ending process. Skill is something which is never-ending process. You have to keep learning. You have to be trained over and over period. You get trained yourself. After 5 years also, your corporates will help you to get trained over the new skills to learn in the hierarchy, in the level you are into. So this is you should never be able to, you should never say that I don't want to learn anymore. You cannot say that. So skills are like that. In corporate, in companies, After 5 years, after 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, even for a CEO of the company is also trained in companies to in certain subjects, because that is a skill he may have to develop. Some people become CEO, they're not people managers. People managers means the people he can take care of his employees better and it make a better corporate, better company. So the CEOs, some CEOs are very hard and fast and very like military rule. What they call is, I want this to be done today in 24 hours, 40 hours. They don't wait. They sack people immediately. They don't talk to people normally. They don't talk to people friendly. So those CEOs are made to learn how to talk to people, how to talk to their subordinates, how to talk to their peers, how to talk to their superiors. So there are so many things which keep on training. The skills set is something which life will tell you to learn from every stage to every stage. Like you're a graduate now. You're going to be a graduate now. You will become an employer. That is a skill set you will develop. Now slowly you're getting close to your marriage. Your parents will make you to force you to get married after around the age of 26 to 30. That is a skill set you will develop again. How to behave with your wife. And again you'll have kids. Then you'll become father. Then skill set you will develop. Then you will have a skill set of how to grow up your children. You become by becoming a father. So every stage of life has got a skill set. No, I don't want to learn this. I don't want to go about it. I don't want whatever I have done initially is my fantastic thing I've done. There is nothing called that. Skill set is a continuous process. You have to practice it. You have to learn continuously. So the bottom line clearly says is talent you have naturally, which comes naturally. What Gaurav Das has said clearly, skills is only developed by hours and hours of beating on craft. Means it is a continuous exercise what you have to do. There's one more subject what I want to talk to you about, you guys. Nowadays, it is a multitasking job. Now your expertise is an electrical engineer. You have gone into a transformer company. You know, filling oil into a transformer. Let's say there is an oil which is filled in transformer. Now you know only oil filling in the transformer. You don't know how to do the other connections or other things. People will not encourage you. People will say that this guy is only fit for filling the oil in that particular transformer. You have to move up and say that I can do this also. So multitasking is a very critical part in employability. Please make a note. You have to be multi-talented. You have to do other things also. You should learn what other things also. So one, for making a component or a equipment or a product to be ready, it has got different aspects of manufacturing and connecting each other and assembling and a lot of things. You have to know every set of things little by little, so that you can become expertise in overall. I want to ask few people one question here. What is a natural multitasking example you can give in your life? And my question, who? Hello.
Housework is a better example for multitasking.
So Vikram Reddy, you married?
No, sir.
Okay. So ideally you should. I thought you're saying wife, so I thought you were married. Okay, very good example, Vikram. So ideally I would say rather housewife. I wanted to say that mother. Now just take example of your mother. Skill set. Ultimate example of her skills development set they have is right from getting up from morning. They give you a cup of milk, cup of tea, cup of coffee. They make everything. No, only I know making how to make coffee. No, I don't. I know. Never ever say mother that I know only making tea. Some kid wants Horlicks, some kid wants Bonvita, some kid wants Boost. Somebody says no, I will take only tea. I drink. Some father says I want only coffee. Some guest comes someday, they say something else. So they're multitasking. Skill set, development. That they make different set of breakfast. Is it that every mother makes only chapati or make only upma or only idli or only dosa? Every day different breakfast you're able to eat. This is our skill set. Then lunch. What all you don't get in lunch? Every day new curry, something new happening. Dinner, evening snacks, or there's many things, and every time festival comes. So mothers are ultimate, the best example, the most skilled employee of this nature is mother. So you should know by taking her example that there you should know how you should develop in your career. How important to be skilled. Right from milk, tea, coffee, breakfast, lunch, dinner, everything is done. They wash clothes. They know how to wash utensils. They know how to keep the house clean. Now they are also grown up in some house and they have come married and they have made it. They become mother and they do it for everybody, every age set group, everything. So I don't want to expand on this. Please keep it this example of mother for lifetime. I'm telling you, friends, please understand that this is the rare example you should keep in your mind. That is a skill level of development in you. You can do it. So very quickly, another one or two slides are one last one or two slides I think is left. So for a right for a product, for example, you design, we develop, and we test, and we review whether it's working properly or not. Then we launch it, like what we see, uh, satellite. We normally see is launched from a launch pad. Okay, now somebody is designing it. There are different set of people who design that satellite, and they make it together. They develop something in that, and they test it. They test it in the sense without moving whether the satellite is working or not. They review it whether everything is going wrong or not, right or not. Anything is wrong with it, and then they go for launch. If it fails again, they will relaunch. The same thing for our nature also, for us also. It's the same skill set. You design your career, you develop your career, you test it. Whether I am perfect in this or not, whether I am good at that or not. You review it. No, I'm going in right direction or in wrong direction. Whether this career is good for me or not. Whether I am fit into that or not. Whether I am really moving in the right direction. You review it after 1 year, after 5 years, after 6 years, or immediately in 6 months. You have to take decision. Please review it with your parents, with your professors, with your friends. What is my ability? Can I develop this skill and get into this industry, get into this particular part, and go forward and appear for an interview? Don't simply go for an interview for just sake of money, brothers and sisters. Please understand. You simply an average employee for a corporate. If you want to be, I can't help you. But you want to develop your skill. You want to grow up in your life in a very better way. You have to develop certain skills in you. And that should be focused. You have to be focused on that particular subject which you are choosing. In electrical engineer, I said there are so many modules. HIE is providing, I have seen it. Like you have so many modules with your life. You can go in any direction. You choose that and you become a selective and you become expertise in that. And keep growing on that subject only. Don't sit at one side and one place and say that I will do only this much. As means you will get that much salary only. As I said, education makes you sufficient. I am educated, I am graduated, I am engineer. That is sufficient. Okay, good. But if you have to be a leader, you have to grow up in your career, you want to become an engineer, you want to set up an example like Mr. Kalam, like Vishwashraya or somebody in your life, you have seen it. You have to become an efficient, and that efficiency will come through skill set only. If you learn those skills which I told you, compatibility, commitment, time management, team management, these are all the components which are part of the skill set. You have to be perfect on those. I know everybody cannot be perfect on every topic, every subject, every area, but please focus on certain areas. So this is what I felt to write it. Our skill is engineer skill. It is your medicine. It is your drink. It is your water. It is your food. Unless engineer will develop skills within itself, nobody will recognize it. I will quote one example here. You know, there are different set of mechanic shops, bike repair shops in across city or towns. You've seen it. Everybody rides bike almost. I think so. Even cycle repairing shop. Can anybody say yes or no? Quickly.
Yes, sir.
Right. So you have a company's mechanic workshop and you have a roadside workshop. Don't you think the roadside workshop is also talented as a company's workshop, right? Otherwise, who will go to their bike repair? What is that makes difference then? Or equal platform? What makes them to stand equally?
Skill, sir.
Absolutely. Skill set. So the roadside mechanics repairs a Honda bike, and there is a showroom workshop also. They also repair Honda bike. This guy also does the best work because he has period over in years of coming and he's developed the skill that everybody, a Honda biker, can come to him and confidently get repaired at lesser rate than what company shows you. Otherwise, nobody will go to this roadside workshop repair guy. Skill set, that is the only difference which makes, and that is where you see the cost. He has developed by learnings only. Somebody is in the company's showroom, you would be automobile engineering, bike engineering, XYZ. That guy was also automobile engineering, but he also developed through learning only by joining a Honda company or a Suzuki company or some company. This guy has not gone to that level of engineering, but still he is also a mechanic and he's doing repairing the bikes, but at a lower cost. So what is a great thing in that? Both are engineers at equal level, and but these guys are skill set. That's the reason he also has customers. They also have the customers. In yourself, you have to, unless until you have the skill set, nobody will come to you. No company will come and approach you. Okay, that's all from my side. So there are this last side is nowhere related to your skill set, but whenever I go and talk to youngsters and young people, because which are certain things are lacking in certain areas of busy life in our thing. So there are 4 points which I keep trying to tell you, the youngsters. Gainful employability means where you please see that wherever you are employed, you are benefited, your company is also benefited. You balance your life. Means you work on time, go home safely, go home happily, live with your family. Value systems means you have to develop certain value systems when you go into corporate life. So your company is benefited, you are benefited, you're balanced. So that is one again the skill development is like what you're saying. Again, equal weightage and importance to spiritual advancement means what here I want to mention here is whatever technology comes in, somewhere in bottom of our heart or somewhere our body talks about emotions, somewhere we talk about relationship, somewhere we talk about some superior power in the universe. Whichever God you, whichever religion you follow, you try to be as calm and quiet in that part of life. In a day, daily 1 minute or 5 minutes or 3 minutes of your life, whichever field you are into, please, brothers and sisters, friends, you spend 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes in praying yourself, praying within you, talking about yourself. You should talk to you. Just close your eyes and tell about yourself. I am the best engineer possible, available. You will become that. Daily you should talk about. You pray to yourself. I am the God. I am the prayer. I am the guy who has to become and learn and go further. So the spiritual life is also important in our modern day of life. So that's what I want to communicate there. Contributing value around the society. So we are all are social animals. We are all living in a society. You should respect others. At the same time, you should see in and around you how the society can also develop. It's too early for you to talk about this age, to take the responsibility. You talk to your parents on this topic, or the professors, or some superior seniors of your family. They will explain you more about it. Society contributing back to the society is also important. So like the governments keep launching us, banning the plastic, vagara, vagara, and all. But within family, a lot of people don't do that. You also don't do that, and you also become a pain area for society. You don't become that. So you try to contribute yourself to the society, what you can give back to the society, so that our entire society is clean and green. Okay, and I believe in nature, and I personally work a lot for nature, saying that the best possible plantation, the best possible greenery we should spread around, and less of pollution or whatever we can contribute to. So the love the nature, save the nature, conserve it, educate more people about nature, talk about it, and always pray to the nature. Nature is a very strong commodity in our life. You have to pray to nature daily, saying that you please save me, be and make me healthy. You have to talk to the nature and tell I have to be healthy. So to have a good, wonderful life. And I'm wishing you all of you, friends, that wish a great career in your life. And so the last slide which talks about here is certain quotes and all. Even the government is focusing on this now. Earlier, you never heard about the Skill India, Kaushal Bharat, Kushal Bharat. Now, I don't want to give credit to any government or any particular person here, but I am saying the late, but actually it is latest. So how China is different from India, you should know it. There, the China, they have n number of factories. The population is also equally higher, like us, in China also. Now, why China is more developed than us? Why China has got more industries than us? Because the people there in China follow the skill management. They only focus on skill management. Any factory, any industry, any company, any product or anything, name it, it is manufactured in China. Global companies, they get manufactured in China. So India is looking for such kind of engineers in India. Why you should go to America for doing some software job? Why can't you develop a skill here? You have the skill. Why don't you work in India? Now I'm not forcing you to stopping you to go from America. You go and earn good money there, no problem. But for others, engineers, anybody who is there, you unless you develop the skill and deploy your skill in this particular field, you cannot become bigger. You cannot become larger. The way it is said in every sentence here mentioned, you read it out. I don't want to read out all these sentences. You read it out and you make it out understand. You plan it, you aim it, you focus it, you will achieve that. Because that is a skill where the critical knowledge to be gained to you. Nobody else can give you. See, the talent, whatever you have developed till graduation, you have done it. It's over. Now you close the book. You have to work practical. There you have to show your mental and physical energy and skills. So that is where I want to end this particular session. Any questions or anything, people are welcome.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for your valuable session, and it was very informative. I hope people can utilize of this great knowledge. Guys,
Thank
if you
you.
have
Thank
any
you, sir.
questions, you can raise your. You can make unmute and you can talk now. Bhavya, are you there? Somebody is like, thank you, sir, for raising such a wonderful.
I'm there, sir. I'm there.
Yeah. Can you read the questions if anybody is asking?
Right now, we don't have any questions, sir. But Neha said thanks for arranging the webinar and all. Thank you, Neha.
Okay. Chalo, I think we can wind up the
Good.
session now.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Ramesh Garu. Thank you so much for your valuable time.
So Vasavi has a question, I guess. She wants to speak.
Yeah, you can.
Sir, as Ramesh Bala sir had told that by developing skills we can grow. For developing we have to more we have to know the practical knowledge. But nowadays people are showing that they need to practice. If they give chance to us, we can do, or we can show our practical knowledge or theoretical knowledge. People are saying you don't have knowledge, you should grow. By giving us chance also we can do that, right?
Right. So your query is that people are not giving you opportunity to after graduation. They are not giving opportunity to learn
Yeah,
practically, right? That's what
yeah,
you
yeah.
mean to say. I
Yes,
think
yes.
HIEE is one of the institute which is giving a platform. I'm not praising simply because I'm coming through that channel. That one of the institutes I came through that they are selecting certain students who are interested and they are sending the students to the few corporates also to get the platform. So if you're choosing a subject, you are good in that subject, they are allowing you to expertise in that. And it's not like that. See, the main problem is here comes is that very quickly I would want to tell you is people are very selective on their salaries, packages, and from the day one. So you need to please put your salary money part little back. Okay, you have to put first your skill set. Unless until in 6 months or 1 year you develop a skill set, nobody will pay you package. So my point, your point is absolutely right. A lot of corporates do that. No, you're not experienced. You cannot work with us and all. But
When
today, I am in an industry where when I am in an industry where I am employing freshers. Frankly, telling you, I had interviewed some more than a dozen of people. I have selected around half a dozen of people, and out of the some 2 3 guys are left also. And when I interviewed them, why did you left? Because they got immediately some job better salary.
sir,
Now
actually,
imagine, tell me,
no,
tell me.
actually, we are freshers as of right now. By
Right,
joining of time, we don't know anything. Somewhat we know. By after joining, we can know all. We can train and we can gain knowledge of that more, right.
right.
That they people should understand what they will do. We can give one chance. Most nowadays in India, most of the companies are thinking like that. They don't know anything why we should hire them, like that. After giving
Yes,
chance, we will prove that we are having somewhat knowledge about that, and we can gain that knowledge.
I think I can answer your question.
Oh,
Yeah, Vasu,
fine,
you're
fine.
right, and I understand your intention. That's where HW is playing a major role, at least to make them understand. There are few people w- with a skill set, required skill set, and if you're lagging in terms of skill set, HW is training them in that way. So that is the reason most of the industries are preferred to select the candidates from HW. So you
okay.
can, that is a like we're providing a path, we're making your life simple in getting job.
Okay. So
Okay,
we can join in HIW.
of course. You're always welcome.
Yeah, okay.
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 Yeah,
Actually,
thank
I want to know some about HIW, how to
you.
join HIW, and what was the procedure, and how should I develop my skills.
Definitely, Vasavi. Our people note down your number. Definitely, they people will come back to you. They'll explain you because it takes some more time. Okay, you can log in to through our website, so you'll get all the details. Okay,
Yeah, okay, thank
thank you. You can call to the number given in the chat box. So our people will give you all the
you.
information.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so we have a question from Gaurav to Ramesh sir. What are the skill sets that
Yeah.
our employer are looking in a student that he or she should develop to entry level job in a core sector?
So as I mentioned, Gaurav earlier also, some basic skills what a engineer or anybody in this universe, a student, a graduate should have is the learning skill. Means like, the cycle of the subject knowledge you have picked up. That is very good. You're choosing a subject, like some function and some department you're done. Now beyond that, what the employer always look you is whether you can learn and become a part of my company. Means you are sticky, you will whether you will be sticky to the company or not. Because suppose if a company employs you and pays you some basic salary in the probation period of 3 months or 6 months, and they will train you to their entire cycle of product. okay, making or repairing or servicing or manufacturing or anything. You learn for 6 months, okay, and then after that you give back your energy and that learning to the same company. That is what the company looks into. The first thing, because you're a fresher, you don't know anything. Like Vasu was telling, I don't know anything. I will join a company. I will learn. I will develop myself. I'll grow in that company. Not necessarily you have to stick that company for 10 years. If you like it, if you grow in your career there in that same company, you can continue. But first year, but first after 6 months or 3 months, you at least you have to give back to the company. That is what the longevity the company looks into. Hope Gaurav I had helped you to understand.
Yeah, Bhavya, any more questions?
Sir, what are the difficulties for electrical engineers? Question from Vikram Reddy.
So Mohan sir, I think you can answer better than me. What are the difficulties of electrical engineering?
I don't find any difficulty in my career. That's the reason I'm not the right person.
Yes.
See, actually, there is no difficulty. Okay, think always in a positive way. You can make difficulty also. You can make an opportunity. That's it. Vikram.
See, guys, focus more on your strengths, more on your abilities. What you want to. You have to be clear. Because you've done electrical engineer and you want to go and join some BPO call center and you want to better salary growth and all. It will not help you. That is a short-term thing where you for your family to earn something. It will help. There the difficulty starts. Now, after 2 years or 3 years, you want to go back to your core subject. Nobody will give you a job. So please have patience in the first 2-3 years of learning, educating yourself, making more skilled on your own core subject. All difficulties will go out. It's in your mindset. Simple.
That's it. Okay, sir. Thank you, guys.
Right,
Thank
sir.
you,
Thank
Ramesh,
you.
sir. Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.
We'll meet you soon. Okay. Thank you.
Sure.
Thanks to
Sure,
all
thank you.
guys. If you have any more questions, you can just call to the concerned person. We'll help you out in clarifying your
Yeah,
doubts.
you can also fill our feedback form and give your comments there if you have any queries. We'll surely reach to you people, guys.
Sure.
Thank you for your valuable
Thank you.
feedback. Yeah, please, if anybody missed, I'm just putting the link. You can share your feedback. Thank you so much. Have a good day, guys.